Children's Lego Bible Story from the Gospel of Matthew. Jesus' arrest and death. Jesus and the disciples walked across the valley to the Garden of Gethsemane. He told his disciples, "Sit here and stay awake while I go to pray. I feel very sad." He went a short distance away to pray to God. He prayed for a way out of the terrible things to come. "But I will do what you want me to do," he said. But the disciples could not stay awake. 3 times Jesus asked them to stay awake. 3 times they went to sleep instead of waiting for Jesus. Judas came with a crowd of soldiers and temple police. They came with torches and carried swords and clubs. Jesus asked, "Who are you looking for?" The soldiers told him they were looking for Jesus of Nazareth. Jesus replied, "I am Jesus." Immediately the soldiers stepped back and fell to the ground. Once more, Jesus asked who they were looking for. Again, they said, "Jesus of Nazareth." "I told you I am Jesus. So if you are looking for me, let my friends go free." So, in the dark of night, they bound Jesus and they arrested him. First, they took him to Annas, the father-in-law of the high priest. And then they took him to Caiaphas, the high priest, to his home. Most of the disciples ran away at this point, but Peter followed, but from a distance. Caiaphas held a sort of trial where people told lies about Jesus. Jesus was silent until the high priest asked him, "Are you the Messiah, the Son of God?" Jesus answered, "I am." The temple leaders cried angrily, "He deserves to die." Meanwhile, Peter sat outside the high priest's house. He was afraid and told everyone he did not know Jesus. When a rooster crowed, Peter remembered that earlier that evening Jesus had said to him, "Before the rooster crows, you will deny me 3 times." Peter wept bitterly. In the morning, the temple leaders took Jesus to Pilate, the Roman governor. After listening to Jesus, Pilate did not think that Jesus had done anything wrong. But the crowd shouted, "Crucify him! Crucify him! Crucify him!" So Pilate handed Jesus over to the soldiers to be killed. Pilate's soldiers beat Jesus and mocked him. Then the soldiers put Jesus on a cross between 2 bandits. Jesus forgave those who were crucifying him, saying, "Father, forgive them, for they do not know what they are doing." As Jesus was dying, he cried out, "Where are you, God? Are you there? Are you still with me?" Then Jesus died. When Jesus breathed his last breath, the sun went dark from noon to 3. A Roman soldier stood there, watching and hearing. He said, Certainly, this man was innocent. Jesus' mother, Mary Magdalene, and Salome, and Mary, the mother of James, and other friends watched the terrible things that happened to Jesus. Later that day, Joseph of Arimathea took the body of Jesus down from the cross. Another follower named Nicodemus came and brought aloe and myrrh, scented spices. They wrapped Jesus' body in linen cloth and laid him in a tomb. It was Friday afternoon. Sabbath rest would begin at sundown. They rolled a stone in front of the tomb. To Jesus' friends, all hope seemed gone.